Warning. The video you're listening to
was recorded live in Ohio, Columbus this time. Well, so was last time.
We do not have the capabilities to add on sound effects while we are all together due to all audio files being mixed into one file.
Don't expect Sister Marble, Tristan, or DG to sound the same, because those characters will have no effect. Bye!
Thank you.
Clark! Clark!
What?
Clark!
What's going on?
The princess is here!
The princess is here?
The princess is here and she wants to see you. She's not very happy.
Oh my god, she wasn't supposed to be here until 3:30.
Well, she's here early. The ship got here early. They had winds in their favor.
God damn it, the winds are always in the Indians' favor. God damn it. Okay, well, let me put my shoes on. Hang on, does tan go with black or blue go with black?
Hey, Clark.
Shelly!
Well, how do you do, baby?
Hi, Shelley.
Hello, princess. Bow. I'm bowing.
Oh, hello. You're so love your jewels.
Kiss the ring. Kiss the ring.
Oh, thank y'all so much.
You look wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. I do feel quite beautiful these days. I've really grown into myself as a princess.
Oh.
More on that later, but just so y'all know, that is how I want to be greeted every single time. I am a humble princess, but I still like to be respected.
Okay.
Just one question. The red dot, though?
Well, see, some people have told me it's been cultural appropriation, but what I like to say is I'm honoring them, and that's all I'll say on that.
You okay?
Well, I mean, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Usually it means you're married.
I am.
Have you seen Tristan since you've been back?
I have not. I was actually going to see him next. I just wanted to let Clark know that I was back.
Hello?
And I just wanted to, come say hi to my friends because Tristan and I are going to have quite a long night.
So you're not pissed?
Why would I be pissed?
Nothing!
Yeah.
Nothing!
No big deal.
We'll deal about the
You would
stuff
not.
later. Nothing. You would have had no reason to be pissed. No reason.
All right, y'all are acting so weird. I'm going to go meet up with...
we're just nervous, Shelly. I mean, it's you...
Well, what do you have to be nervous about?
Well,
You went to
when
Eat, Pray, and Love. Now you think you're better than us.
now
That's
you're
what
a
we're
princess.
worried about.
Yeah, we were
You
friends.
became a
Hey.
princess, and now you're royalty. Now we have to kiss your ring.
All right, y'all, I do realize that was a bit dramatic. I don't want to lose y'all's friendships. That means more to me than anything.
I'm blessed to hear that.
Very blessed, yes.
Let's just go. You're right. Sorry. I've just been away and the things that I was having to do and the world that I was living in, I just got a little too spoiled there. So, I'm sorry, and let's just go back to being regular friends. Still princess, but just my
Yes.
friends. Y'all are my friends.
Okay,
Thank you.
wonderful,
Just
wonderful.
treat me as you normally would, Shelly Ann.
Listen, can I get a
Prince,
small
can we keep
loan?
the princess?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Can I have a small loan?
Well, they haven't quite sent the money with it yet, but when I do, how much are you
Can I have a jewel?
My God,
I do have-
Beverly. My God. I think everything's going... we missed you, Shelly Ann. A lot's changed around here, and we do kind of need a little jewel, We're looking for, maybe a ruby or a sapphire. A ruby.
Oh, no.
A ruby, a jewel, a sapphire,
Any sort of pearl.
emeralds.
All right, y'all, listen. Can you keep a secret? Can you keep this between just the three of us?
Scout's honor.
Absolutely.
Scout's honor. And of course, I'll tell Tristan that's my husband.
Well, then that's not between us.
I wouldn't trust Tristan, but you go ahead and tell
He's
him.
kind of been loose-lipped recently.
Oh, we'll get into that because I am very interested to hear what the hell that is about. But anyways, I'll focus on this. First, I need to know why you boys need those before I reveal my secret. Why do you need rubies? What's going on?
Well, Shelly, when we got here, do you remember how Bertram was going on and on about socialism and making everybody work together and provide for the community and all that.
Yeah, I mean, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was horse shit, but when I went to my Eat, Pray, Love, I realized that is the only way of life I want to live.
Well, we kind of thought that it was horse shit too, and we started giving money. We kind of converted to
We
capitalism.
started money here at Goat Island, and it's not going well, and now we need money.
We're deep in debt.
We
so
already owe the bank
All
that we
right.
created.
about like 6
Both of you
emeralds.
shut the fuck up. I need to know right now, don't say one more goddamn word before you tell me exactly who the fuck thought of that idea and who the fuck helped carry it out.
Well, honest to God, it was Tristan's idea, but I helped carry it out.
And what about you?
What about me?
What was your involvement?
There's no involvement with creating it. I'm just going along with what my husband or boyfriend. He hasn't proposed yet.
You actually, you did ask for a paycheck too, because you were getting sick. So
Well, of course I asked for a paycheck. I'm working. I deserve money.
So see, everybody, even the
So
goats
you are
wanted
involved,
money.
Bitch, don't skate around the goddamn
I'm
issue.
not involved in shit except for
Eat, pray,
working
love. Eat,
and
pray,
doing
love.
my
Eat, pray,
job.
love. Eat, pray, love. Eat, pray, love. I'm trying to calm myself down because
I'm
here
doing
I am.
my job.
I've gone to this retreat. I've changed who I am, and then I come back here, and I am instantly met with just the whole fucking world on my shoulders that I gotta fix. Just
What are you
like how it
talking
used
about?
to
We
be.
sold. You have thousands of emeralds on it. You just give us 6. That would help.
That is what I'm saying.
How is that the whole world?
Before I Eat, Pray, Love journey, I was always saving everybody, always coming up with ideas to save the fucking political run and how to get out of this and how to make people like us. So I went to Eat, Pray, Love to learn how to not be a fixer, a saver. And guess what? The first thing I gotta do when I come back is fucking fix something.
Well,
So I'm gonna do it.
no, we'll fix it.
With what I have to provide, so it's me fixing it.
All it's
But
6
anyways,
emeralds.
Anyways.
3 of the emeralds go right back to Goat India
All right,
anyway.
do
I
you
mean,
motherfuckers want to know
3.
what the secret was or not?
of course. Is it the secret of where the fountain of youth is? Because you look beautiful, Shelly.
Truly.
Oh, thank you, thank
Truly
you.
stunning.
Thank
Glowing.
you. If y'all want to suck clits later, let me know.
Well, Beverly just definitely needs a dip in the tub if you found it.
Why you over here asking other people to suck your clit?
Woo! I'm gonna put it in the audience. It just seemed like
Yes!
the audience.
Like, yes!
Tristan hasn't been around for
Yeah.
episodes.
Where you been?
Oh, Tristan, my sweet, sexy, hot, handsome,
Thank you, I am a
lovely
king.
husband. Well, I wouldn't say king, baby, because you'd have to have somebody who is a queen, and I ain't yet a queen. I'm only a princess. So you are a prince. But you
I ain't hold on, I'm not a king.
Why would you be a king if I'm a princess?
Thought if a
Well, we just thought.
yeah, I
Thought
thought
what?
We
if,
just
thought
thought.
if a princess married the prince or something, that make a king.
I
like they
came
evolve.
into royalty outside of you. You came to royalty through me. So why would you have a higher title than I who brought you in?
Okay, so we were misunderstanding. Slap us on the wrist.
I don't know. I haven't seen you for God knows how long, and now you're over here fighting me. What
Well,
are you
I
doing?
wasn't trying to, but you're the one who came in the room all big chested and sexy and angry. I mean, you caused it.
I haven't seen you in forever. You just disappeared and said you
Yeah,
were
but
gonna
the
eat, pray,
first thing
love.
that
I
you're
didn't know you were
supposed to
doing
do
that.
when I walk
I
in
a
is suck my
princess.
click and hit it from the back, but yet here we are, still
You're offering Clark and Beverly a chance to suck your clit, not me.
Because-
I should have been the first person you came back and saw.
You didn't even hug or kiss when he came in the room, Beverly
because
and I
he
noticed.
instantly started, where the fuck have you been? And
I
also,
didn't say
Clark,
that. I didn't say it like
also,
that. I
Clark,
said, where have you been?
What did I say when you guys asked, have I seen Tristan? I literally
right.
told you guys, oh, I'm coming to say hi to
Why
you
didn't
guys.
you do it?
Listen, I'm coming to say hi to you guys because I'm about to have a long night of sexual
You're right.
pleasure with my husband.
You're right,
And I
Tristan.
wanted to get
She
this
did
out of
say
the way
that.
first. So I was about ready to come to you before you came busting in the door. But if I'm being honest, I'm a little turned on by it.
Well, I don't doubt you're a little turned on, but I think you might have to rethink all the whole husband business.
Oh my god.
You left me.
I didn't leave you. I had to leave in general to go find myself. I wasn't leaving you. I was leaving to find me.
So what was I supposed to do?
You're strong and
Warn
independent.
my husband and my wife?
He was really a wreck.
That was so sad. I understand that, and I knew it would be hard for you to understand, but imagine how hard it was for me. But I knew the only way I could be a good wife to you, to help with the grief of losing your husband, was to go find the best me. And they said that was part of it, is you're not allowed, you just leave, because that's part of the people pleasing, is you gotta let somebody know.
I understand, Shelly, I understand.
I wanted to be
I feel like during this time I became the best version of me too. I mean, look at this.
Well, sweetie.
Capital G's.
Not to ruin the moment even more, but I've heard that things haven't quite gone so well.
What are you talking about? Clark's been telling me they've been fine.
Clark, I thought you said you were being honest with them. I mean,
what do you
know about what's happening?
What are you talking about? Am I getting the promotion?
Nah.
I'm getting fired.
Tristan, there's no more currency.
What are you talking about?
We're getting rid of it. No more paychecks.
The fuck? Why?
Going back to socialism.
What do you mean, why? You should be asking.
Everything ran out, Tristan. Everything ran out. We're deep in debt. We owe at least 6 emeralds now.
I see like 10,000 right there. Why don't you just take 6 of those?
Well,
Shelly,
she hasn't given them over yet.
We were literally talking
Shelly,
about that right before you walked in. So why don't y'all both just let me get to what I was saying?
Well, can I have a couple emeralds?
I already told them I would,
What's mine is...
But you have to let me fucking speak.
Okay.
I'm trying to remain calm. I'm trying to keep my new self intact. I've healed the childhood trauma, all of that good stuff. But y'all are making it hard. So anyways, what I was about to tell them right before you busted in was that these are stolen.
Oh, what are you talking about? What?
Oh my god, what do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Look.
Who'd you get them from? That's awesome.
Well, sort of. It's going to put us in a bit of a bind trying to sell these without it getting back to who's looking for them. I should just say that. But I think we can do it. Well, as we all know, there's always a villain in every story. And when I went to my Eat, Pray, Love journey, I happened to meet someone who calls themselves the Big Red.
The what?
The Big Red?
The Big Red.
Like the gum?
Like the pop?
Exactly like the gum, except for worse.
It's worse.
So you know when you eat Big Red and it sort of fucking burns your mouth
like
a little bit because
it's
love Big Red. Oh my god.
It's like it's good for a minute, but then after that, like I like it, but other people say that. So this guy's a giant big red penis. And he rapes everybody.
What?
What are you talking about, Shelly? What are you talking about? There's a giant penis who rapes everybody on Goat Island. What are you're fucking joking right now?
What?
There's not a big penis. What are you he had all those railroads on him.
Oh
now
my
he's
god.
gonna come rape us.
I've heard tell in the cosmos of giant vaginas having sex with giant penises, but nothing like this on Earth. Where are we?
Well, exactly. We're on Goat Island.
You're right.
We're not even really on things
Is that
on
what's
Earth.
over there at Goat India?
But listen.
Big ass penis over there on Goat India. That's what they got over there.
So here's what happened. When Goat Island first started, long story short, big war, things got crazy. 2 families. It was 2 brothers who were in line to be king. Father died.
Whoa.
They became Big Red and Bertram. Y'all, he is a great guy, but he has a past that he has not even told y'all about.
Wait, you telling me?
So he
Big
went
Red.
to
Big Red is Bertram's
with his
brother.
fucking brother. And part of it.
Oh my god.
What? I'm lost here. There's a big red penis.
I don't understand either, baby.
Okay. So they were goats. Both of them were goats, right?
Yeah.
That's Goat Island. But what happened was part
Big
of
war.
the punishment was that one of. I'm so high.
This is going to be so hard to put on the wiki.
Holy shit, that's fucking funny, you guys. Oh my god. So they had to fight, and it was supposed to be originally to the death, but they both knew that they could never really kill their brother and live in harmony for the rest of, they'd always feel some type of guilt. So anyways, they did a series of battles and tests and about personalities, about the way they would lead, all this stuff, and basically people really started to fucking hate the Big Red. He wasn't called the Big Red before that. He was Chris Conley. I'm gonna pass out. What? What? I'm gonna pass out. What do you mean? You said it. Chris He wasn't originally Big Red. He was Chris Conley. This is hurting my stomach poison really badly. This is really fucking hurting my stomach poison.
He was Chris Conley. Oh my god.
Okay, anyway, so whoever was going to lose, that was part of the deal, is a local goat witch was going to tournament. Goat witch, because and here's the reason. Okay. I got it. Okay. So the reason the punishment was turned into a big red penis was because goats are not traditional. Goats are not traditionally sexual in nature, and so you'd pretty much be shunned from everyone you know and love for being a sexual being. So that's the punishment, is basically shunned for life.
Well, I mean,
so,
oh my god!
Did they ever make him a big vagina?
No, that was just that, because they love vaginas, they love twiddling them. But anyways, but not really. So that was the punishment. So he got turned into a big red penis, and so they stored him away on an island because he did, literally like the legend said it would, is, be shunned from literally everybody on this fucking island. So basically what happens is he got thrown into like a little side island, and everyone they've ever hated or has caused problems on the island. So he's now built up an army, right? And so when I was on my Eat, Pray, Love, didn't realize it was on the, little part of the island right next to it. And so basically we fell in love, unfortunately, for a little while. But not in a way that's
What? Why would you see a big red penis and think that's somebody who I'd like to get to know? He's a rapist.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. So basically, he was charming me. He was doing what he does that made him become a rapist. No, don't worry, sweetie, because I almost slayed him.
Why didn't you?
Well, because he basically said that he would come here. Like, he's been keeping the peace. They have a treaty, like on Twilight.
Keeping the penis.
Keeping the penis. That as long as he, doesn't cross, they'll still ship food to him and stuff like that. They'll still get supplies. They'll still be allowed to be alive as long as he doesn't overrule. So basically.
So that's why Goat India needed 2 trailers last week of cheese, because half of it goes to this other island for this big red.
That's why they always order everything in doubles.
Oh,
it's such a pain in the goddamn ass loading their damn trucks.
So he knew this would happen. He's been waiting, been manifesting that somebody would come to Goat Island and ruin it. And basically, that's what you and Clark did.
Oh, no. So this means now he's...
Well, he tried to rape me. I kicked him in his balls.
Thank you.
And that's when I stole his jewels and left.
How did he amass all those jewels, though? Because, Shelly, that's a ridiculous amount.
He's a king there. I mean, that's what they...
he's just as powerful as Bertram.
Yeah, so Bertram's just the good brother, and he turned out to be basically the evil villain. I mean, a classic Lifetime movie or Disney story.
So you're not the princess of Goat India like we thought you were. You're the princess of Big Red Penis Island?
Yes, but because they're brothers, the treaty, a part of that is that I am also over Goat Island, princess over Goat Island.
And like the Duchess it's like the Duchess of Wales.
So technically, it's like, I guess we're almost in a relationship with Bertram in a way.
He's my brother.
He's like your brother, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess
I'm still keeping him in prison, though.
But the reason I stole them is because, well, I like jewels, and I knew they'd be worth a lot of money if I ever needed them, and I had a feeling something was going wrong. That's actually why I came back. My journey was supposed to be another 12 weeks, but I came back because I had a feeling, and here it was. And so apparently I'm learning about intuition on my Eat, Pray, and Love journey. So anyways, all that to say, yeah, we can get these out, and we'll sell them, and we'll figure it out, but we're going to have to just be careful. I mean, I think I could, double agent it when he comes in.
Oh, okay.
You think he's coming?
She said the prophecy foretold. He's definitely coming. This is his chance to take over.
Not only because I have the jewels, which probably wasn't a smart idea in retrospect.
We should go talk to Bertram. He might know something about this.
Well, I mean, he definitely knows something about it. His brother's
it's his brother. You're right. But maybe he's already got the plan put together.
Maybe he did it. Oh, you're right. Maybe he does. Maybe he has always had like a, in case anything ever happened, like a fail-safe.
He might know something about the prophecy too that Big Red didn't tell you about.
Oh, you're so right, because he just thinks I'm a dumb little bitch.
Hang on, get the Barbara.
Yeah.
Need you to set up another meeting with Bertram, please.
Another one?
Yeah, the princess is here. Barbara, show some respect now.
Barbara, I swear to God, when I get there, you won't have your job anymore.
Excuse me?
Get him ready now.
One moment.
One moment. Alright, right this way. He's down these stairs, this corridor. I know it's a little tight squeeze, but we don't want him to get out of here.
How the hell is he down here?
Well, it's a whole long story, but he got mad goat disease. He got mad goat disease, so make sure you put your mask on.
Okay.
Yeah, mask up. It's an awful disease.
Beverly barely recovered.
Beverly, oh my God.
I almost died.
Sister, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Really missed you, Shelly Ann. Bertram? Good afternoon. Sorry to wake you up. The princess is here.
Hello, princess.
Hello, Bertram.
Nice to meet you. Nice to make your acquaintance.
The princess told us about.
Well, you have to tell me now. I don't want to hear any more bad news. I'm
you're
sick of
gonna want to
news.
hear this, Bertram.
I don't want to hear any news. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all of you being on my
Clark, go ahead.
Does this Bertram? Listen, Shelly Ann just told us a really wild story, and I just want to know, do you have any idea what the phrase Big Red means?
No, not quite sure what you're referring to.
Oh, what was that little flash of fright that just came across your eyes?
You saw no such thing.
Oh, really?
Shelly Ann says there was that you have a brother who was turned into a big red penis.
How the hell do you know about Big Red?
Oh, and guess
so
what?
he is real.
Yes, he's real.
And we know his name was Chris Conley.
Well, I haven't called him that for quite some time, but yes, my brother was Chris Conley.
Are you Bertram Conley?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So, what they want to know is why you didn't tell them of this little story and the danger that they've always been in.
It's none of their business, and frankly, it's none of yours, princess.
She says the prophecy foretells of somebody destroying Goat Island.
No prophecy.
Oh, really?
There's no prophecy.
Do you want me to tell you exactly where it is in your
bedroom?
bedroom?
The prophecy is a myth made up by ancient goat mystics who don't know anything.
Really, is that why if I go into your bedroom, turn 3/4 to the right, then 10/4 to the left, put my hands on my toes, then pull the cord from the ceiling and lift up the floorboard, that's where the prophecy will be?
There's no prophecy.
Let's go.
Bertram, we will go there and do it, so.
There's no prophecy there.
Alright, well,
everybody knows the prophecy was destroyed with Goat 11.
Goat 11? What is Goat 11?
The last time Big Red was here.
Oh.
So you do agree there was a prophecy?
No, there was a prophecy, but there's not anymore.
And what did that prophecy say?
The prophecy was already foretold in the year 11.
Goat years are different than human years. I mean.
Well, what did the prophecy say?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember?
No.
It was destroyed
years ago in year 11.
You know what? I bet it's the mad goat disease. Right? He's always fucked up. The mad goat disease has got to his brain.
You shut your fucking pie hole right now.
He doesn't know it because he doesn't remember the prophecy.
Sure. At first I thought y'all were just trying to lull me, but that makes sense. This motherfucker has mad
we can't take anything he says seriously.
Lock him up! Shut the door!
Fuck you! Fuck you!
See, now he's screaming!
Fuck you! Fuck you too! Don't go into
and
my
guess
room
what?
to find the fucking prophecy!
Bertram, guess.
He said, "Oh,
Oh my!
open the
Bertram.
gate! Open the gate!"
I've heard it, and guess what? I'm walking away to a nice steak dinner tonight in your home right when I get the prophecy, and all you'll be hearing is the echoes of my heels.
Ah! Ah!
Suck on that. You
Damn.
are a better man.
Tell
What?
us the prophecy.
Just go find it.
Why
There's a-
don't you want to tell us?
Honest to God, I forgot what the prophecy was. I don't know if... I don't...
Oh my
no!
God. I actually think that he really doesn't remember.
I don't remember.
Well,
Alright.
we'll go find it in the hiding place then. That's
Go find
weird.
it, because honestly, I can't
Bertram.
rattle my brain. I mean, maybe it has valuable information.
Have you been taking the mad goat disease medicine?
No, of course not.
Bertram, are you
What?
serious? You are
There's a
putting
pandemic.
everyone's lives at danger when you do that. You're playing with all of our lives.
What kind of life am I putting in danger?
I know
my
you.
own?
Listen, I know you think that you don't have mad goat disease, but
I
you
have no such thing. I'm immune.
couldn't be. Your
If you were
attitude proves
immune,
different.
You would
I
remember
have
what the
no
prophecy
fucking
said.
attitude.
Okay, Bertram. Let's go find the prophecy.
It's okay,
Close the
Bertram,
gate.
me.
Close the gate.
Fuck you, Clark.
Okay, you said it is
I
under.
have
You have to
never
pull the
heard of that.
cord. What, right
Yeah,
here?
3/4 still left. This, that, and the other.
All right.
Pull that cord, and then you.
Oh my god!
Oh! Oh!
Oh my god! It's a
Ow!
beautiful. Are you all right, Beverly?
Ow!
The nail hit her right in the head when it fell. Oh my God, she's bleeding.
Are you okay, baby?
Ow!
We'll get you taken care.
Call an ambulance!
They don't have ambulances on Goat Island. Anyways, here, one thing I haven't gotten to yet.
We'll get you taken care of, baby.
Ow!
One thing I haven't gotten to
I'm
yet.
gonna.
Take her to Dr. Xavier, Tristan.
I'm gonna.
She wants to get their ass fingered anyway.
Here's some Valium.
Okay,
I don't want to
Beverly,
tell you
it's
why I
okay,
have it,
Beverly.
but here's some Valium.
Oh!
Okay, so it's it looks like only the corner of the panel chipped, but there's a beautiful stained glass panel that shows the whole prophecy.
Yeah, we got to rip up the rest of the floorboards, I think.
It just broke this last panel right here that shows the resolution.
Oh, he didn't say there was a resolution. What's it say, Clark?
It's broken.
So what the hell are we gonna do?
I don't fucking know. Hello and welcome to MOATAIF. That was a wild ride there, folks.
I don't even know what happened.
And it's not going to get any less wild. We're here in Ohio. We're all together. We're back. And we're joined, of course, by our honorary co-host, Brianna Nicole Coleman.
Thank you for being a friend.
Who is also, of course, here in her executive content producing capacity. Except this is I guess a little production
we'd
here
love to
because
see it.
it was a little bit of a misunderstanding on our parts. But today we are
Teamwork makes the dream work.
we are coming together. And we are going to give you 3 conspiracies, one each, that somebody out there believes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to explain it a little bit. Which, there will be a future conspiracy episode. So just like Shane Dawson, Shane Dawson cornered the market
Mm-hmm.
on conspiracies. Shane Dawson's canceled. So now we're taking over
We're
the
taking
conspiracy
over.
market.
I don't want to be like. I don't want to follow Shane Dawson.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to be
No,
like.
we're doing
in
it
his
in a
image.
genuine. I think at one point the man was genuine. I think he's lost it, but I could go on about that. So
I've never wanted to have sex with my cat, or
Yeah,
like
that
I've never
is
wanted
like-
to come on my cat.
Yeah, he's
But
gross.
the thing where they talk about because he was saying that was a joke is the thing is I feel like we've talked about some pretty sick,
Yeah,
fucked up
you're right.
jokes.
You're right.
So it's like his just happened to be very publicized because if you think about all the shit that we've said, we'd be canceled as.
Well, at
For
the same
sure,
time,
for
Brie,
sure.
like the humor he had in that is like the humor we had when we were like 14, where we would have said stuff like that. But he was like
high
our
school,
age
you're
now.
right. Yeah,
You're right,
And he's
you're right.
like, when he was like, wasn't it when he was like 18 is when he did the Willow thing when he pretended to hump Willow or whatever it was, the Willow Smith poster.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
He said it. What the thing he said about the cat was even later.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was like wasn't that within like the last 3 years?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was on like.
It was a pretty
podcast.
honest to God. It was I don't want to. It's listen, it's hard to say when someone's canceled that it's a shame, but you know, I did like the young man, so it was a shame to see another young man, ruin himself. You know, he ruined himself, and he deserved to be canceled or whatever you want to say about him. But hey, rest in peace, Shane Dawson. We're taking over the conspiracy markets.
I'll dedicate a hit to you, brother.
So Bree, our executive content producer, it will take it away with our first conspiracy of the evening. Cue the conspiracy music.
Birds aren't real. So I have heard about this one before, but barely. I thought it was just a funny Reddit thing. Like, I didn't actually know people believed it. And then Zach, you mentioned earlier that you have heard about it too before.
Well, just from the Vine, that the first thing that I thought of was the birds work for the bourgeoisie. It was
they actually
pretty
credit that
Vine
guy on their page. On one of the, like, About Us or something, on one of the pages. If you scroll through them, they put like, thanks to these people who are also helping the movement. And they say famously coined the birds are part of the bourgeoisie. And I was like, wow, they're really doing that.
That's funny.
So anyways, so I didn't realize it was a real thing until I started Googling weird, funny conspiracy theories. And then I had posted in that podcast group, and they said a bunch of stuff. Someone was actually like, do Hollow Earth. And I was like, my friend's doing that one. Lots of JFK stuff, of course. Lots of JFK. All right, so my first little talking bullet point, I'm sorry, I'm going to try to like not read it word for word, but you almost have to, is why and when did this happen? In 1953, Allen Dulles was made the first civilian director of the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, and made it his mission to ramp up surveillance program, hiding cameras in thousands of locations and ordering his staff to plant them in areas that would be impossible to detect. He knew the possibilities for this camera program were endless, and on April 15th, 1956, met with President Dwight D. Eisenhower and proposed a plan that would put cameras in the sky. By the way, all of this is directly from the website, so shout out to them. This is literally
Can I like poke a hole in this already, or is that unacceptable?
No, poke a hole.
Have we seen the cameras from 1952? Even the best ones used in cinema were horrible.
Well, it's
just the start of it. That was their point. They knew by this point, because communism was coming. That comes up.
Big old contraptions.
No,
yeah. But you also have to think the other conspiracy, or maybe not conspiracy, that the government has always been ahead of us in technology.
That's sort of where this one, I think. Right. Yeah. So I think it was sort of, that's how it started. Okay. So they were saying, like, very honest about how they were already having huge cameras. Like, people knew streets, if you were at the street they were watching and stuff like that, but they didn't know that they knew it would be easier to do this, and they were coming up with a way to do it.
Okay.
He knew that the sky was the future for surveillance program, and as you could truly track someone with that moving camera, much easier than having to switch between cameras on street corners and hidden storm drains. One camera in the sky could do the work of hundreds on the ground.
That makes sense.
Yes, truly. Eisenhower, at first they start to make sense, but they do lose me. I don't believe this one. Eisenhower approved the initial idea and asked him in return when he had figured out how to make it possible. Dulles left the Oval Office and immediately flew to an undisclosed location, meeting with various members of his inner circle to discuss the plan in a more intricate detail. It is believed that the initial plan for killing all of the birds and replacing them with flying cameras was brought up on a weekend in May of 1956. Dulles and his team wanted to create the greatest surveillance system ever imagined, with the capability of tracking someone on foot, in a vehicle, or even in their personal home.
Oh my God, that's
it's scary.
It's like creepy to think. Yeah. I mean, because I'm sure he really did want that.
1984.
What I forgot to put in here, because I think it was too long, and I'll mention it, is the reason they wanted to do this was because communism was on the rise, and they were literally trying to watch people so they could basically say, we caught you. And basically what made this movement famous was because one woman who was known in the movement as like part of the suffrage whatever for this, like, communism will help us or whatever, they ended up arresting her, like, wrongfully, and this actually, like, helped the movement supposedly. So it's literally because of communism. On June 2nd, on June 2nd, 1959, Operation Water the County was born. This was to be the secret code name given to, for the program from 1959 to 1976, when it was renamed to Operation Very Large Bird. The individual in charge of naming the program didn't want to get any copyright trouble with the popular PBS show Sesame Street by naming the project Operation Big Bird.
Oh my God.
Within the next 6 years, 15% of the bird population was wiped out. During these first few years, bird prototypes were released by the hundreds of million. The term drone was not used at this time, and instead they were referred to as robot birds. Let it be known the CIA were originally the only ones responsible for this atrocity, and the sitting president, John F. Kennedy at the time, had no idea that this was taking place. The CIA did not intend for anyone but select departments to find out what was going on. Even the pilots of the bombers were unaware what they were doing. The chief commander officer of Water the County told them that they were watering the grass of the entire country. To this day, it is highly unlikely that the pilots know they assisted in the largest mass murder in world history. Not really. Anyways, as I said a few paragraphs ago, the president was unaware of what was going on until October 3rd, 1963. Here it is, folks. The story is really where it takes a unbelievable, literally, it doesn't make sense.
Oh my God! What Turkey X500?
Am I missing a page?
Front and back.
Yeah. CIA officials overheard speaking about the operation over a tapped phone. John F. Kennedy was the president at this time and had tapped the phone of Alvin B. Cleaver.
Now, I want to say John F. Kennedy really did tap a lot of phones in the White House. They have a whole book. There's a whole book that somebody wrote called, like, Checking In, and it, came with a CD of full-ass conversations that he had on the phone with people in the White House. So he really did tap phones and have everything recorded there. So, I mean, that part, at least, is true. I mean...
Internal Communications Director for the CIA, Kennedy believed that Cleaver was stealing his ham sandwich from the White House kitchen and vowed to catch him speaking about it over the phone, and said he heard a highly sensitive conversation that Cleaver was having with Dulles. In it, Cleaver said, "Yeah, Alan, I've stolen John's lunch again, haha." He doesn't even know. I'm going to keep stealing it until he launches a full investigation. Then I'm coming to plant a hidden camera and catches a reaction as I dump all of the stolen sandwiches on his desk at one time.
Juvenile.
That's why I'm saying this is why it's not believable. They need more evidence than this. You've been cleavered. Dulles responded, "Haha, Alan, that's going to be so funny. We'll have to play that clip at the White House Correspondents' Dinner." By the way, how is the bird slaughter going?
I don't think the White House Correspondents' Dinner was like a comedy show like it is now back then.
Can you believe just the sentence that they wrote here? By the way, how's the bird slaughter going?
I know.
How many birds have we killed so far?
It's so unnatural. We've killed about 220 million so far.
Oh my God, it's the greatest Holocaust of all time. Sit down, Hitler.
And the best thing is, the robot birds we've released in their place have done such a good job that nobody even suspects a thing. Kennedy heard this conversation over the tap phone and immediately called both into the Oval Office. He demanded to know what they were discussing. They confessed what was taking place in the American sky late at night, and he was appalled. He told them to stop the operation at once, or he would fire them. They both explained to Kennedy why the birds needed to be exterminated and asked him if they could show Kennedy a prototype of one of the birds before he made any decisions on whether to end Operation Water the County. Basically, he was showed a bird, doesn't like it. He likes it, but he doesn't approve of the project still.
You can't skip over the fact that it says here he was shown a prototype of the Turkey X500, a robot that specialized in killing larger birds like eagles and falcons.
Why would they call that a turkey?
The robot displayed the surveillance skills as well as its ability to find and track escaped criminals, as we learned from Chapter 1. This was one of the things that drove Eisenhower to approve the project.
Oh my God.
Kennedy was impressed with what he was shown, but continued to demand the immediate shutdown of the operation. And less than a month later, he was dead. Now, I'm not saying that these events are correlated, but I am. JFK was murdered by the CIA because he was against the mass murder of every feathered flying creature in the United States. He was to be the first and only president to stand against the murder of the birds. From Lyndon Johnson to Donald Trump, every president we've had since has turned a blind eye to the atrocities that began in 1959. After Kennedy was killed, the CIA started rigging elections. They would only allow candidates who were anti-bird and pro-citizen surveillance to win the presidency.
Oh my God.
It gets worse.
Now, I gotta say, so far, I am absolutely enthralled.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a wild tale beginning to end.
They caught my interest, and now they have my attention.
It's very,
not realistic.
It's a tall tale.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why, and they literally, and I linked it on the last page of the interview if you want to type it into your phone, is literally where they interview an ex-CIA officer who confirms it. So, he's he just wants money.
Now, I mean, I gotta say, this would be a fucking great movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, or a great like episode of something. Come on, man.
They did drunk history. That would be
that's
funny
awesome.
If it were real.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So how, you may ask? Now you may be wondering, how were the birds actually killed? What method used to accomplish this act of mass murder? Good question. The water tanks and bombers were filled with a specially formulated bird poison that once consumed would give a bird a virus that could be passed on to other birds.
Bird flu.
The poison was sprayed from an altitude. Remember, they told them they were watering the country. The poison was sprayed from an altitude of 8,000 feet. It would completely dissolve before it hit the ground, which meant that only the birds would be affected by its terror. And once a single drop of this poison struck the bird's feather, the virus would take hold through the fibers and make its way into the bloodstream. The virus would then take effect to the bone structure in such a way that would total decomposition of the birds would take place within 24 hours.
God, a total decomposition. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Who helped build the fake birds to replace the real ones, you may ask? Why aren't they testing, and why aren't these people testifying in court to the atrocities they were forced to commit? They do not remember building all those robots. My friend, the question has been debated for decades by many within the Birds Aren't Real community. To sum it up, they were tripping balls. The government would send individuals to local nightclubs and bars who would then scope out a candidate who looked like they could assemble a robot bird. First of all, how do you look like you can assemble a robot bird?
Looks like he could. They're mixing in truths with whatever, because they're talking about MK Ultra. Like they're somehow trying to bring MK Ultra into this.
And would tell that person that they were having a costume party on acid in the 60s and 70s, where acid was more accepted than bottled water. These people were then given overalls, in parentheses their costume, and a small tab of acid. The acid trip they actually got was actually the bus ride to the entrance of the bunker, where they were given a toolbox and a pair of headphones that played.
Okay, you can tell this person has never done acid.
This combination of assembling a robot bird inside a 5-story government fallout bunker led them to believe that they were on the most insane trip of their life. Many of these individuals would later be heard saying, "The craziest trip I had was back in '76 when I met this guy who gave me this crazy tab. All I remember is riding through the desert for 45 minutes on the top of a sawed-off school bus, then walking down a staircase into a huge warehouse that was underground, having some guy tell me how to follow instructions to make some sort of flying robot bird." There you have it. The reason why so many contributed to the construction, and why none of them remember.
Oh my good lord!
You asked, is it happening in other countries? Unfortunately, the bird drone problem exists in other countries as well, and they are more open about it. The Chinese government has openly admitted to surveillance drone disguised as birds, which actually is real. I have actually seen that before. Russia and other countries have openly admitted to testing this as well. The only difference is the U.S. Government isn't as open or honest about it.
It reminds me of that scene.
So they're trying to say that Russia and China are more
doing
open
this.
and honest.
Well, and they are.
China
I mean,
has literally
that's true.
It. Like they've
but it's
said
not.
they're using.
I don't think they're like. I may be wrong, but I don't think they're like flying birds. But I'm thinking like it's just a camera that is in a bird decoy on a tree.
It's just hard to believe
I don't think they can fly.
The Chinese Communist Party would admit that.
Who knows?
You're probably right.
Who knows?
But I mean, it kind of reminds me of that scene in The Incredibles where, you know, there's like out in the middle of the forest, there's like a parrot on the tree, and when they like run by, it's actually an alarm, and it goes like, "Ah! Ah!" So, see, I mean, you honest to God, you can't trust the birds.
You can't fucking trust it. I'm not going to read all of the next part, which is a common question that they get is, how do birds fly? Do birds not fly out of the United States to Mexico and Canada? Basically, it's just saying that they do, but the birds that fly in from there eventually just get killed. So when they come from those places, they either don't make it. But I'd like to give an honorable mention to, this may change soon, however. In 2016, President Trump announced that if he was elected, he will build a wall between Mexico and the United States. You may believe the mainstream media and Trump's lies when you hear that they will all be designed to keep illegal immigrants out of the United States, but that is false. The wall will actually be encapsulated with thousands of microwave guns that can track any bird entering the United States and shoot it with harsh microwaves, so
the Mexicans don't spy on us. Genius.
Oh my God! Thank you,
Donald. So real birds can't get in to expose them. That's why.
Right.
I have a pet bird of mine in danger. Not to startle you, but you have a highly advanced governmental surveillance drone in your house, watching your every movement, picking up every word of your conversations, and sending that data to the Pentagon. Pet birds were actually unheard of before 2001, when all birds became surveillance drones. At this time, the government started a propaganda campaign for normalizing pet birds. If you think about it, a pet bird in a cage doesn't even make sense. The animals are supposed to have the endless sky to explore, not be held within a cage in a house. You would be best to advise them not to bring up any matters you prefer to remain confidential in front of your pet.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
and I linked the interviews
pet birds
to that.
existed before 2001.
For sure.
What, sir? Oh, yeah. They're saying just, like, very commonly, but it still was
It's
common,
not very...
think,
I feel like it's not very common.
Or, like...
The only person I ever... Well, I guess my mom used to have a bird, and then I knew RJ had a bird, but that's it. That's the only two people I've ever known to have a bird.
Well, I don't know other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I'd love to believe that they are not real.
Yeah.
I would love to go down that reality tunnel. I'm kind of disappointed by this document because exactly. I wish they really would have gotten me I wish they would have at least casted some
more
shade of doubt.
Reasonable. Now, here's the crazy part: is the guy who basically knew all this. They call him the master, and he started. I don't even remember why he chose the guy that he did, but to share everything with. They were doing that. Then he died. He disappeared at a. They have little rallies. They have one last year. I don't know. It got canceled last year because of COVID, but they still have them every few years. It's like a real fucking thing that these people believe. But anyways, the story is, and then that guy was sharing the news, and he also disappeared, and they've never seen him again. So it's just random people keeping the movement alive. But the actual Birds is Real movement does have a guy on there. It's linked on one of the interviews. Then they have an ex-CIA officer who talks about it. It's a 2-minute interview. And then the third one was a news interview where the news lady is literally like, "You don't actually believe that, right?" And he is like, "That's like very offensive that you asked that. Like, this is a real issue that we have." Like it's like they seem like they're on crack probably or something. Yeah. But that's probably what everybody else is thinking. Do I think that the government watches us? Sure, but I don't think it's through fucking birds.
They have better.
No, I mean just through our cell phone.
Website, I couldn't include all of it because it'd be too long. But they asked, but what about when I cut a bird open and it looks like intestines and stuff? I mean, they give you a dumbass answer, but they have an answer for everything. But they're dumb. It's like, duh, that's part of it. They knew they had to do it. Like, how do you get eggs then from chickens?
Well, duh.
That's part of it. Like, you're eating robotic technically, but it doesn't hurt you. They did that on purpose. Like,
you're eating robot.
If you cut open a bird and you knew that it wasn't guts or anything like that, then the plane would be, open. They'd find us. So of course they had to.
Or so even
They're so far in the future they can make fake fucking organs and
now what
shit.
About chickens that are farmed to be ate?
Any
even
bird.
those birds are government.
That's why it's the biggest. That's why it's the biggest. And they say that's why, because if birds were still real, that we'd have way more. Because part of the issue, they also wanted to get rid of real birds. It was just a bonus. Is that I guess they were flooding the DC area and they were like mass shit everywhere. You couldn't walk outside. They were getting shit everywhere, all over the cars. You'd get shit on, and it was annoying all the government officials.
That's why they have those like big loud guns that they shoot at the pigeons.
They have one of those at Clark State.
So they say if they didn't do that, then we'd have way more birds than we do now. And so
we don't have birds because of goddamn climate change.
So the movement was really started to help stop it because not all birds were dead. It was a slow movement. Now they say their goal, like if you look at their goal, it's to just make it known because they're hiding it. They're like, unfortunately, they killed all the birds, every bird, and no bird is real. Oh my God. And so now we're just trying to expose the truth.
I have seen some mechanical looking birds.
Right, yeah. There's a lot of birds that I'm like, that doesn't look like it's real.
There's a bird from Russia or something. I can't remember where it's. I think I put it also, but it's on their page if not. Where it can fly around for 7 minutes uninterrupted, and they show videos of them doing it, and it looks real. Like if you didn't know that it was a robot, and you were in like where I got married at the
aquarium,
flower
arboretum.
What is that word?
Botanical garden.
Conservatory. God, fuck, that was making me crazy. They have a butterfly room there, so like it wouldn't be anything to go in there. That's what the room looks like, and they look real as fuck. So if you didn't know, you just walked into a room like that, you'd think they were real. So it's like a real possibility, but I don't think it's for this.
Well, and I mean, like, I just don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm bound to say that no, birds are still real,
Oh, yeah.
But you did a great job presenting it, for sure,
I tried to include the meat.
It was fun as hell.
There's more, but all the answers are
that was really wild, though. I really loved that.
Truly wild.
I think, actually, I think I might go next, because I think it might play into yours well, and then I think because you have more planned than I do, I think RJ would be a good way to end. I don't think I have that
much more planned, but I can definitely go last.
Okay.
I thought mine was going to go way faster than, sorry.
No, I loved it. I think it was perfect. So mine starts with a character from Bree's story here, and I guess this is a conspiracy that involves many things, so I don't even really know what to call it. So this is just wild conspiracy. Our key player here is of course President John F. Kennedy. He's always involved in these sorts of things. But this time, it's all about President John F. Kennedy and why did he want us to go to the moon? Well, John F. Kennedy wanted to go to the moon to make a deal with the aliens that are on the moon.
Oh my god.
I've heard this.
And to make this deal with the aliens on the moon to send them miners, not miners
I was thinking like children?
not children, but physical coal miners, that kind of miner. Mineral miners
in the caves,
and to mine the moon, because there's apparently on the dark side of the moon, which of course we've never seen. On the dark side of the moon, there's all sorts of kinds of resources that these aliens are trying to mine. And, I don't know why John F. Kennedy wanted to make a deal with the aliens. I guess I guess I do know why John F. Kennedy wanted to make a deal with the aliens, because, he wanted to be able to choose who would be able to go to this and who would be killed, right? I suppose.
I guess so.
I couldn't imagine why else he would want to be making a deal with the aliens to literally kill Americans, other than the fact that he's like just... an anti-American Catholic. He's an anti-American Catholic who supports the Pope. So John F. Kennedy made the deal, but of course, John F. Kennedy got his brains blown out. Of course, there's a conspiracy that his brains were not blown out, that it just happened to him that day.
How does that happen, though?
I don't know. It couldn't. I mean, I guess sort of in the same way of like spontaneous combustion, which obviously doesn't happen either.
See, I don't know. It might.
It could. So John F. Kennedy dies, and John F. Kennedy was going to reveal the fact that he had made this deal with the aliens and that people were going to have to be going to the moon. They were going to have to send a certain amount of citizenry to the moon to basically sacrifice their life to the aliens. And that was why John F. Kennedy was assassinated, to keep that secret from being revealed to the American public.
So the government just actually cared about us?
Sort of.
They wanted to
sort
stop
of.
it?
No.
Or they still wanted it to happen, they just wanted it to be hush-hush?
Well, we were going to give them away as slaves, and I guess the government didn't want, to allow John F. Kennedy to let that secret out, because it's like, well, certainly we don't want everybody to know we're choosing a group of people to go be...
Yeah, because they're probably trying to pick people who, like, don't talk to people or don't have any history, like, people that would not be missed.
Exactly.
And they didn't want people to know they were doing
and,
that.
I mean, I'm sure there was a racism involvement, too,
Send them black miners, that's so sad.
Guaranteed.
Right. Because, that's just the way this terrible country is. So this is where it truly takes a left turn. Well, since John F. Kennedy was killed and we never actually sent more people to the moon to fulfill the contract with the aliens, in 2001, they came calling for their... came time to collect their debt.
What the aliens did?
The aliens came and they tried to collect their debt in 2001.
2001!
Oh, no.
So they made a deal with none other than President George W. Bush.
Oh, God.
They
so
came down
with Saddam and the aliens.
They came down,
literally.
Right. They came down, and the aliens said, "Hey, back in the '60s, before he got his brains blown out, JFK got us this deal for some miners, for some slaves to come up here and slave away on the be miners up here for aliens on the moon." And the only way they could figure out to get this to happen, and without arousing too many suspicion, was to fake 9/11.
So what? They only sent them like 3,000.
That's all they wanted. Yeah, that's all they needed. So if you go up to the dark side of the moon... So part of this is good news, right? So part of this is good news.
Your family members are still alive.
Yeah, because nobody died in 9/11, is what this essential... And by the way, totally don't want to be insensitive to the people who really did die in 9/11.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is hogwash.
This is an insane fucking...
But we didn't want to, arouse too much suspicion, and at the same time, we want to invade Iraq and Afghanistan, so why not stage this terrorist attack, get those 3,000 people, they'll just, we'll ship them up to the moon, they'll start working out this contract, and the aliens won't attack us, but the terrorists did, and now we can get our oil. And that's how JFK and the aliens
fucking ruined everything.
basically caused 9/11.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
Thanks, JFK.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking JFK deserved to have his brain blown out.
This one, in all honesty, seems more realistic to me than the bird one.
Oh.
Far-fetched, by all means.
by 1,000 miles, way more realistic.
Because it's like aliens could exist. John F. Kennedy could have talked to him.
What was he gaining from it again?
I guess maybe the the resources. Maybe the aliens were like, give us the slaves or we'll attack.
And we'll keep giving you
I kind of thought maybe it's
shit.
because it's like, because like the aliens were really making their presence known around that time, and we were probably pretty afraid of them. They were
so John Kennedy was like, we'll do what we have to keep you away.
Right, just like stop abducting us.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because they were already just abducting him. He's like, how many? Well, just give me a number.
Yeah, give me a number.
Give me a number. How many of my Americans are you going to take, you alien scum? And they said, waka, 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 waka. And John F. Kennedy interpreted in his head 3,000. And he's like, I can do that.
I can figure that out.
I can do that. I'm going to go
how
down.
Does that explode again?
Well, they still set that up. I mean, they set that
up,
but yeah,
this is like two conspiracies in one.
I know, it's wild. I mean, it really.
Yeah, and I wonder why the government, because is that them saying they wanted the aliens to then come if they wanted the only man who was going to help solve it in a way that's horrible. But, like, does that mean they wanted the aliens to come and take people away and kill us?
I guess. I mean, I don't know what the government got out of it.
The guy who's solving it,
You're right. Well, I guess because maybe it would have induced mass panic to know that the president was going to be selecting people to go to the moon as slaves.
It's like since this has to happen anyways, let's just keep it fucking quiet.
Right, because I mean, it
it
is right now. I mean, millions of people think that 9/11 happened, but it didn't. I mean, all those people are on the moon.
All those people aren't dead.
Yeah. They're just actually on the moon as a new species.
Yeah, which is
people.
horrible just as itself because
and
they're like being made to work against their will.
We'll never get to see the dark side of the moon. It really sucks. So, we'll never get to see them again. But I mean, so it's kind of like they're dead. So
yeah,
either way, I mean, it's been either way. Whether
why don't we have Operation Light the Moon?
Right, let's get to light the moon. Right, hell yeah.
The fucking birds to go up there and check it out, and then
we'd be set.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Quillen, that leaves you. Thank you. That was inspired by Reddit. A lot of schizophrenia on Reddit. Yeah, and they had links to shit too. It was pretty interesting to learn about there.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, so at least one person in the world believes that.
I really got to say, right before I start this, mine is wildly different from yours.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Much different interpretation of what this was going to be.
Oh, what did you think it was going to be? Well,
you have to see my presentation. Here we are, y'all.
Are we live?
This shit hollow.
RJ, I love this.
This shit hollow, a presentation by RJ Quillen.
This shit hollow.
What could be? Man, what's up, Doc? You may know me as Bugs Bunny, but today I'll be your teacher, Mr. Bunny. You may think you know about the Earth, but I know everything. Listen up.
This is fucking crazy.
This right here is Admiral Byrd. In 1946, he was sent to the South Pole to destroy Nazi camps.
Hello, Admiral Byrd.
What up, Byrd?
Now, is his first name Admiral? Or
Hey, Mr. Bunny, I sure was, but you wouldn't know about it because the results of my trip were never released.
Oh my god.
When I arrived, I was shocked to find that beneath the ice there was a series of subterranean cave systems. I flew my plane down under and found a whole other world.
I love Bugs Bunny.
Thanks, Mr. Bird. Did what you see look kind of like this?
Whoa, Nazis.
Holy shit.
Whoa, did the Nazis jig those up, Admiral?
Why, yes, Mr. Bunny. That's exactly what I saw.
Oh my god.
Still don't believe me and Mr. Bird? Ask the ghost of this ancient Tibetan monk who once possessed this forgotten knowledge. Oh, looks like you Dumbass Roadrunner has no clue I left TNT for him in the hollow earth.
My God.
Meet me.
He's coming.
Holy
Oh my God.
Meet me. Wow, I wasn't kidding. It is hollow.
Oh
my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That is.
Man, I guess that concludes the presentation. Why the guy already done blew up the hollow earth?
Oh my God.
That's all, folks.
And that's all, folks.
Oh my God.
RJ, that's incredible.
Oh my God.
Oh, holy shit.
That was fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I'm in pain. Oh my God, that was
True pain.
hilarious.
Oh my God.
There
That
you are.
was incredible.
That's fucking hilarious.
Incredible.
So what's the what underneath it though? What is the thing that the Nazis carved these tunnels, or they just knew about them and used them?
They knew about them and used them as bases.
I see. So is this a naturally forming hollow earth?
Yeah, and in fact, that's where they think, there have been, like, tales from, like, a lot of ancient cultures about the hollow earth and the giants that come from it. I mean, even the Bible talks about giants, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Alpha and the Omega.
This is where they're supposed to come from.
James and Goliath, or it's not James, Goliath and David? Who
Yeah,
is
Samson. No, that's Samson and Delilah. Goliath and David. David and
Yeah,
Goliath.
David and Goliath, yeah. That's that whole story is he's literally a giant.
That presentation was fucking hilarious. Literally so fucking funny. If you're only listening to this podcast, go back, find it on YouTube, go back and watch that presentation with us. Fucking hilarious. Definitely worth going to check it out on YouTube. Perfect time to plug youtube.com/MOATAIF. So truly, just why would we want to cover? Why did they make up all the nonsense about the core then? What does the conspiracy say about that? Why?
I have no clue.
They're just like, oh.
I've never heard them touch on that.
Because I mean, I just don't know why. Hey, if there's a hollow Earth, just be honest with us.
This is where it really comes from. Is that Admiral Byrd was a real person who was set to go fly. All of it is classified to this day.
And that part's true.
Yeah, nobody is allowed to know like what he saw when he went there. Nobody's allowed to visit it. The only people that actually go to there is like royalty.
The South Pole.
Yeah, you're not allowed to visit the South Pole.
Yeah, because like I mean, hell, it's on Antarctica, right?
Yeah, you're just not allowed to go. Not even like scientists are allowed.
That's creepy.
And we do have like bases in Antarctica. That's true too.
Weird.
Yeah, most major countries, superpowers do. And
I'm scared of Antarctica.
The first ones who built bases there were the Nazis.
Are you scared of Antarctica?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know what's there. It's just
it's
a dry,
really scary.
icy desert.
That's really scary to think about.
It's
fucking
just another
Sahara,
reminder
but with
that
ice.
literally it's all about fucking power. That's fucking crazy to think about.
That really creeps me out. I don't know if I believe the Earth is hollow, but I believe they're doing creepy stuff in Antarctica.
I agree. Totally agree.
I feel like they absolutely are doing that. How we got to Hollow Earth from there, not quite sure, but it's blown up now.
Yeah.
It's blown up. Yep, the whole Earth got blown up by the fucking Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
That shit was hilarious.
That was truly hilarious.
What an amazing moment.
Folks, it's always a blessing to get together, especially when we can be together here in Ohio. You know, I truly value our friendship. So, truly a blessing to be able to come down and celebrate with you, hang out with you, and record an episode in person. Maybe the next time I come down in October, it'd be a good time to do the full presentation, the fun presentations, But until next time, folks, hang in there. If you're going through hell, keep on going, don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show it. You might get out before the devil even knows you're there. Copyright be damned, folks. Stay moat.
Stay moat, motherfuckers.
I'm fucking Janet Ivanovich. What are you doing?